Forget replayable GRE zones in Dying Light 2, because there's never been a better time than now for some good old-fashioned volatile farming, thanks to the addition of a legend points option at the Craftmaster. They barely even mentioned this in the patch notes, and I'd argue that this was way more of a big deal than the GRE zones, to be honest, as you can level up much easier using this method. But could it be considered cheating? Well, stick around and I'll tell you why I don't think so. So, the latest community update for Dying Light 2 introduced replayable GRE zones as a new way for grinding legend levels. However, they almost immediately patched it to reduce the amount of legend points gained for completing the challenge to only 1000 on normal difficulty, which in my opinion completely undone the whole point of this feature and rendered it hardly worth the effort. I mean, it is pretty challenging, so why would you bother with such a high risk grind for such a small payoff when you can literally just trade in mutation samples and other trophies for legend points now? Techland have said that they are keeping an eye on the GRE situation, so I'm pretty sure that they will change it again if the data shows that no one's using them anymore. But I really do hope they keep this new Craftmaster option, and here's why. Although on the surface the option to trade trophies for legend points may seem like you're simply buying them, if you think of the Craftmaster in the same way as you did the Quartermaster in the original game, and change trophies to disaster relief packs, then I'd argue that it's pretty much the same thing. You do of course still have to farm volatiles and other special infected to obtain the trophies, so it still involves a lot of effort. But that effort is still much more fun than farming the old stuffed turtle in Dying Light 1. I mean, that was the literal definition of a grind, because you literally had to do the same repetitive run over and over again to get a decent amount of disaster relief packs. Of course there were other quarantine zones, but the stuffed turtle was the easiest and the lowest risk due to the fact you could get 3 out of the 5 available packs each time you went in there without having to kill any zombies. Now, there isn't really an equivalent to the stuffed turtle in Dying Light 2, but for me, camping in this UV spot by the Holy Trinity metro station is a great farming spot, and it's pretty low risk and right next to the bizarre Craftmaster. Just stepping out to attract attention or even throwing out meat bait is plenty to get the volatiles and virals coming to you, and you can pick them all off so easily under the UV light that pretty soon you'll be knee high in bodies. After maxing out my two-handed weapons in the first legend tier, my soul harvester pretty much one-hits everything now, and in just one night cycle I farmed enough trophies to trade in for a whopping 23,500 legend points on normal difficulty, which bumped me up from level 32 to level 35 in an instant. You would literally have to beat the GRE zones 23 times to get the same amount of legend points on normal difficulty, and I know which method I would rather use. Plus, there's always a chance you'll get lucky and you'll find more mutation samples in the legend chest for each level up you get, and that can sometimes be enough to gain another level on top of that. And another blink and you miss it feature in the patch notes is the new Legendary Thursdays, which doubles legend points gained on that day every single week. So honestly, why would anyone other than those who love the challenge even bother with the replayable GRE zones? There's literally no point as far as I can see. And before you mention the military tech co-op duplication method in the comments, that one really is cheating in my opinion, and I do not know why anyone would even take that route, to be honest. I mean, where's the fun in that? So, it seems to me that introducing replayable GRE zones to Dying Light 2 is another good idea that ultimately has been undone by a seemingly less important update in the same patch. Well, since it was nerfed at least. And it's entirely possible that they'll either increase the amount for GRE zones again, or may even consider reducing the amount of legend points you get for trophies. But to be honest, I'd prefer it if they stopped tinkering with these things and just moved on to the next thing, as I like this Craftmaster feature the way it is. So what do you think? Do you like the trophy trading option, or do you consider it a bit of a cheat? Or do you prefer the replayable GRE zones rather than taking the easier route? Let me know in the comments as always, and if you enjoyed the video then please leave a like and subscribe to the channel, and I'll see you on the next one. Cheers.